Okay, so today we're going to be learning about conditionals. So let's hop into it. So conditional statements are used to perform different actions based on different conditions. For example, a billing program can apply a discount to the total only if the amount is greater than the threshold. Let's learn how to create such programs. So an if statement is one of the most frequently used conditional statements. If the if statement condition is true, the block of code inside the if statement is executed. So the following comparison operators may be used to form the condition: the less than, greater than, not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. No, some of these are just common sense. The two that stand out to me are the not equal to and the equal to. So the not equal to is you just put an exclamation mark before the equals to have it not equal. That's basically the not symbol. And then the equal to. So instead of a single equal, remember the single equal is just to instantiate a variable. The double equals is the actual equal to. Okay, so if we look at this program, right, real quick, if so we have the normal stuff, ignore this, focus on these three lines of code. Int age equals 24. Okay, we know age is 24, and then if the age is greater than or equal to 18, then we print welcome. So when we run this, we're gonna go ahead and print welcome. Okay, but the thing I wanna drill down is, what if we had 28? Okay, then this is gonna have no output because age is less than 28, which doesn't meet the criteria, right? Okay, what if I had 24 and then I had just one equals? Okay, let's see what happens. So it's going to give you an error. Okay, now if we have two equals, this should work. Okay, so that's basically how it works. Continue. So if, and then open if the value is less than 20. Okay, so if the time value is less than 20, and voila. Okay, remember that you need to use two equal signs to test for equality. A single equal sign is the assignment operator, basically what I just said. Okay, so we're going to skip through this. Which of the following is used to test for equality? So you can pause the video, test it out, but it's going to be this if you've been following along. Next. Okay, so the if else statement. So basically, if there's in logic, there's if do this or else do this, basically same thing. You have an if statement can be followed by an optional else statement which executes when the condition evaluates to false. Okay, so this is pretty common sense. I'm going to skip over this, but so I recommend playing around with this to see how it works. We're going to do this later, so I'm going to go ahead now. Remember, it's if, and then prints out the greater of the two variables. Okay, if x is greater than y, and print out y or x, else print out y. Alright, now nested if statements. So we're gonna get into a better way to do this, but for now, you can use one if else statement inside another if else statement. For example, you can have like two gates basically. Think of this as two gates. Um, and then you can nest as many if else statements as you want. However, the code will be harder to read and understand. Yeah, so this is not recommended, but it can come in handy. One or two will definitely come in handy. All right. What is the value of x after this code is ran? Okay, let's see. So x is 3. So this is true. So it moves to here. Okay, so if x is greater than or equal to 5, which it is not, it moves to else. Okay, so then it's x equals 6. Yeah, x equals 6. Boom. Okay, instead of using if else statements, you can use an else if statement to check multiple conditions. So this was one of the ways to combat the nested if else statements. There's another way that we will get into in the future, but this is another great way. So it's basically an else if statement. So it's like one after another, and you can play around with this, but it's pretty handy. So we have if something else if, and then it asks, fill in the blanks to output the letter from the English alphabet that corresponds to the number. Okay, so if num equals 1, then print out A. If num equals 2, print out B. Yep, pretty good. So the lesson takeaways for today are going to be, you can check for a condition using the if statement. In case the condition is false, the code is an else statement can be executed. Here's the generic structure. Okay, so this is the generic structure, and then now we're going to go ahead and get into a little basically practice problem. So you're making a program for a water sensor that could check if the water is boiling. Take the integer temperature in Celsius and input and output boiling if the temperature is above or equal to 100, output not boiling if it is not. So basically an if else statement. So we're going to do if, and then we're going to have if the temperature, right? If temperature, so I have an int temperature. Okay. Do we set it to 0? It's always a good thing to set it to 0. Let's see if it works here. And then we're going to go ahead and do if temperature is above or equal to 100, then print out system.out.println boiling. Okay. and then we'll do an else. We'll do system.println not boiling. Okay. Lines. Oops. My bad, guys. You don't want to put two ifs. Okay, let's see now. Boiling should be boiling. Huh. That's weird. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Should say it's boiling if temperature is greater than 100. Greater than or equal to. That's weird. That is weird. So if boil, spelled that right too. So this is some of the stuff that we tend to computer science tend to yeah, this is weird. Am I tripping, bro? Its temperature is greater than or equal to 100. You print out boiling. Else you print out not boiling. Huh. That is crazy. So you need to read from the user. Use the scanner. Oh, you need to read it. That makes sense, guys. Oh, right. Okay, so the scanner equals scanner input equals new scanner system.in, and then we'll do temperature equals input dot next int. Let's try now. There we go. So we literally just had to read it. So like I said, guys, like this stuff, like when you're trying to solve a problem, it usually does end up like this, and you might have to go back and evaluate it. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what this one says. Fill in the blanks to create a program that checks the temp value and outputs alert in case it's over 38, output error in case it's lower than 34. Okay, so if this I feel like this should be okay. Okay, that one's not right. What did we mess up on? Uh, should it just be? Oh, it's else if. I believe it's else if. Else if, not if else. There you go. The lesson is completed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you had um, an entertaining time watching this, seeing my mistakes and seeing how the thought processes work. Again, we're learning, so let's stick together. If you have any questions, please put it down in the comments. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.